it's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a
bit of a hiatus, so let's get.
Right when we talked about it.
Outpouring of love was amazing. These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized, no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive, so having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash. Found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken. I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday, I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at today.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
moments away from featured time here at the Tulsa Oxbow Raceway here in Oklahoma. Looking forward to our feature coming up here. We're glad you could join us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Marty Sakala with you as we get set to go for featured time. Our A-main tonight, 25 laps, top 10. We'll go to the pole scramble tomorrow night to determine starting spots. Everyone else will be in soup mode. As we get set to go here for action, let us know who you are rooting for tonight. Mike checking in. Wish he could have joined us tonight, but it's kids' bedtime. Yep, that makes sense. Yep, got to put them down to bed here. Is it a school night tomorrow night, though, or no? I know in my neck of the woods, it's probably a week and a half off because of the holidays. We get all, I think, in my local school that I went to, think our the final day was Friday. And then they have everything off until I'd probably guess January 1st and back the 2nd if I were to guess, but I don't know on that. I don't look at that when it comes to high school wise. But times right now as things stand. Steven Speed's the quickest, 10:05.7. Kyle Moon in second, 10:14. Stephen Goldner third, 10:15. Trent Verstraeten in fourth, 10:18. And Brandon Geiswhite in fifth at a 10:20. As we prepare for action, let's talk with our first driver, and that is the number 55, the detective Steven Spees. Steven, Marty in the booth, you got a copy.
I got you, Marty.
Alrighty, man. Looks like you've been having a lot of fun in that 55. Tell me how the car's feeling.
Feels okay. Right now the track's real tacky still. It looks like it's gonna reset and get some track work done before the feature, so I have no idea where I'm starting, but we'll see what we got.
So what's the strategy going to be for tonight, and how comfortable do you feel making it into the pole shuffle for tomorrow?
I think the strategy is just stay out of trouble. That's really going to be it. Just try to keep the car clean and keep it pointed the right way, and we ought to be all right.
Alrighty, well, Steven, wishing you the best luck. We'll see how you perform tonight, all right?
Appreciate it. Thanks, Marty.
Steven Speed is currently the quickest driver on track at a 10:05. We've been seeing him run some pretty quick laps here around Tulsa. Let's look at some other drivers here while at the moment. There's Mason Hine. It's showed some good speed early. Kyle Moonen, Brandon Geiswhite, fifth quickest on the track here at the home of the Chili Bowl. Watching this laps here. Got a good feeling that we'll see both grooves in hand tonight. Blown high. You saw Dino get a little bit sideways there, testing the top out. There's Stephen Goldner, third quick. Let's ride on board with him as he follows his teammate Kyle Moon. And oh! Not bad of a wheelie by the number 30. Kyle Moonen, take notes. Battles with Joe Musa. We got one flipping off of two. That's Reynolds. He's got Verstraeten underneath them. Let's see who else we could talk to here. Talked with Good. I don't think that we have talked to. I don't think we've talked with Jeff Barker yet tonight. So let's bring him in and see how he's feeling coming on into tonight. Jeff Barker, Marty up here in the booth. You got a copy.
Hi, Marty.
Alrighty, man. You looked. You had a pretty good start in heat races, but how are you feeling here going into the most important race of the night?
Good. It's gonna have to see how the traffic plays out. Stay alert and try not to be involved in anything.
How do you want to see the track here? Right now, from my last interview I just had with Speeds, it was a little bit tacky. Do you want a tacky track, or do you want to really?
I'd like it to slick off a little bit, just so that the impacts from car to car aren't as hard, so we can touch each other without wrecking. Plus, that'll split the lane a little bit, so we can get a couple lines.
So do you feel, I don't know where you start here, but do you feel comfortable to make the pole shuffle? You start ninth. Actually, we'll see where you start.
Oh, well, it is what it is. I'm just going to have to try to keep close to the guy in front of me and not get involved with anything. So.
Alrighty, man. Well, best of luck here tonight. We'll see how it plays out.
All right, thanks, Marty. Have fun.
Will do. Let me see if I can get you in the right room. There we go. Jeff Barker getting set to go, and we're set to go for the feature. Let's meet the field and give you the RSN trackside starting lineup. On the pole, Stephen Goldner in car number 30. Next to him, the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer in the 83. Row 2, Trent Verstraeten in the 88. And the Detective, Stephen Spees in the 55. Row 3, Jack Clevenger, he's in the 78. And Brandon Geiswhite in the 18. And in row 4, the Money King, Kyle Moon in the 24. And Jake Musso, Let the Moose Loose in the 44. Rounding out the top 10 here tonight are Jeff Barker, the Brewer to Beast, in the 513. Brian Moore Sr. in the 558. Row 6, the General, Andy Patton in the 87. And Shaggy, Zach Chapman in the 72. Row 7, Bob DeGood in the 7. And Mason Hine, and Dean Reynolds, Dino in the 79. Row number 8, Joe Musso in the 19. And Gentleman Jack Hitt, Mason Hine in the 89. Final row this evening, Barry Goldner in the 36. Jack Hitt in the 217. Set for the Flatline Racing Bodies green flag. Steve King Foundation pace truck on pit road. First feature of the Chili Bowl this week. Time to get it on. Top 10 of the pole shuffle. Here we go. Stephen Goldner leads the Flatline Racing Bodies green flag, but that immediately turns to yellow. Bob DeGood is tipped on his side. There may have been some more drivers involved. Andy Patton, Mason Hine. Maybe the same for Zach Chapman. Here's a look at the replay. Show you what happened to the number 7. Ooh, Patton got sideways in front of DeGood and just ramped over him. Musso caught a piece of that too. Patton sideways. See if there was anything. Oh, he got too much throttle and nearly lost it. I want to see if there was anything else that happened further up on the field. No, it did not, so all appears to be good. We'll try this again in a single file restart. 1 lap complete, coming to lap 2 this time, as Stephen Goldner will bring the field back to green. Single file restart.
Green, green, green.
And it's on. Goldner able to hold serve here on Brandon Dittmer. Verstraeten underneath for second. Dittmer, a lot of speed in the X of the corner as we go back to yellow. This time it's Andy Patton who went around in turn 2. Ooh, just got the other. Oh, man, ripped the fence apart in 1. On board the General. Nope, he didn't even hit wheels. He got the wall first before he caught the fence. So Pat with a quick repair is dropped to the back. Lights are off. Coming back to green this time. Stephen Goldner out in front with Brandon Dittmer second. Trent Verstraeten third. Stephen Speeds fourth. Jack Clevenger fifth. Still haven't completed a single green flag lap yet.
Green flag, green flag.
So we're back to the green. Goldner able to hold serve. Most of the leaders staying down. So, oh my! 1 on 2 wheels. That's Jake Musso. I saw Brian Moore Sr. get in the air for just a moment, and I think we completed that green flag lap. The yellow waves here once again as Jake Musso caught some air time. Big stack up, gone to Kyle Moonen. Ooh, man, took a big ramp. Jeff Barker involved in the accident as well. On board with the 513. Found a way to hang on to it at least. Give him credit for that. 1 lap to green. A reminder, we definitely recommend you donate here tonight. Donations tonight going towards Braden's Hope for Childhood Cancer. Back to green here on lap number 4. We'll see if a double file restart works. Steven Goldner holds pace, and it won't work. Hitt and Musso get together in turn 4. No surprise to see here at the Chili Bowl on a very tight track. In a very tight arena. Cautions breeding cautions. Look at what happened between Jack Hitt and Jake Musso. Hine came down into Hitt. Musso nowhere to go. There it goes. Pace truck is in. Goldner to bring us to the green flag. Hopefully we get a green flag run going. All single file rest of the race. We're back to green. Goldner holds serve on Dittmer for straight in, trying to look low. Speed stuck up top here, trying to get by that number 88. That's your best battle on track for position. Look out, Clevenger, big crash. Up on 2 wheels, goes over a ramp and on its lid. Well, if there's one bright side, we got a green flag lap in. Just caught the wall and it was just on from there. Caught the fence too while at it. You know, I want to watch that angle again one more time because I feel like I saw something bend. Nope, never mind. I was seeing things. I thought we saw another graphics improvement that we have not seen in a while. All right, Goldner and Dittmer, the front row. Stevens led every lap so far here in the Chili Bowl. Reminder, top 10 into the pole shuffle. We're back to green. Goldner able to hold serve, stack up a 360 for, I think, Mason Hine, and one driver on 2 wheels, that being Andy Patton on his lid. Sounded like instead the yellow was for Jeff Barker. Got hit from Brian Moore Sr. from behind. Nice 360, give credit for that, but of course iRacing was the one that put the caution flag out. Here's a look at what happened to Patton. This is after the yellow came. Caught the wall and hit Yeadham into the fence. So can confirm there is an incident limit of 12x. Let's see if we can get some laps in. On board with Brandon Dittmer here on this restart as we come back to the green.
Green, green, green.
Goldner able to hold serve here on this restart. Can he keep it going just like this? Steven Spees downstairs for the second spot. Side by side for fourth. Moonin and Verstraeten. Moonin up 3 spots. Nice run for the Money King in the number 24. Verstraeten trying to counter it back, and that he can. The Venom 88 moves his way back up to P4. Speed still trying to take a look underneath Brandon Dittmer. Trouble. Zach Chapman spins into back to yellow. We are just past the halfway mark here, or just near the halfway mark in this feature. Really sideways. Found a way to save it and just touched tires with Dean Reynolds, and around he went. On board here with Shaggy. Yeah, he caught the berm. Not just once, but twice. His car was starting to freak out. That's where he just lost it there. Let's look at your top 10. Goldner leads, Dittmer second, Spees third, Verstraeten fourth, Moonen fifth, Geisweit sixth, Moore Sr. seventh, Dean Reynolds eighth. Ninth is Joe Musso, and I believe 10th is Jack Hitt. When we come back to green here for this restart. 10 laps complete. Here's going to be 11 laps complete in this Chili Bowl. Back underway. More racing continues to develop here for second. Verstraeten and Moonen still side by side, just like the way Spees and Dittmer were on the last session. Meanwhile, Stephen Goldner caught the berm for just a moment, helped him out. Look out, Dittmer! No yaw in turn number 3 because he caught the wall in the back straight. Loses a spot to Steven Spees, and the yellow waves. 2 cars flipped. Dino was one of them. Bob the Good sounds like got a piece of it. Jeff Barker, Jake Musso also involved from what we're hearing. Caught the wall, around it went. Musso, Barker, all involved. Let's go on board with Jeff Barker. Toyota 79 is Dean. Just a scatter effect there on the high side. Light should come off there on the Steve King Foundation pace truck. That it does. 11 to go when we come back to this restart. Jason Butterfield, Isaac Salas all watching chat. Stack up on the restart. Steven Speed sideways. Couple of wheelies hangs onto it. Verstraeten low on Moonen for the second spot. 2 by 2 off the corner. Up the hill though goes Moonen. And we're back to yellow. Those changes in position won't count. So we've got a yellow for Joe Musso. Catch the back of Jack Hitt. Or nope, this was wall contact. Around the 19 and 1, almost went to the ramp. So now we should be single file for the rest of the race. Goldner to bring us back to the green. Able to hold serve. Speed stays put in second. It's the race for fourth still. Moonen and Verstraeten. Remember, final car in via the pole shuffle. The pole shuffle, Mason Hine, and that number 89 hanging on as these cars are starting to get dusty and dirty with 9 laps to go. Speed stays tucked behind Stephen Goldner for the race lead. Just following his line for right now, Brandon Dittmer trying to take away second, the Spider Monkey. Peaks downstairs, but Moonen and Verstraeten behind have stayed side by side for pretty much the entire race. And it's been fun to watch right now. Here comes Dittmer, still trying for second, trying to rip the lip in 1 and 2. Ooh, Goldner though caught the berm in 3. allows Speeds to close in. 5 laps to go, though, in night 1 of the Chili Bowl Nationals. Moonen looked on Dittmer there for 3rd. Now to get it to work here. Speeds showed his nose underneath in turn 4. Didn't work. 4 laps to go. This is getting good. Top 3 drivers, nose to tail for the lead. Make it top 4 with Moonen. 4 cars all under a blanket. Goldner still leads. 3 laps to go. Dittmer underneath for 2nd. Catches the berm, loses some time. Here comes Moonen trying to race his way through to 3rd. Speeds still looking low. 2 laps to go here in night 1 of the Chili Bowl. Speeds downstairs on Goldner. The 30 trying to lead every lap and take the win in night 1. Remember, top 10 of the show. Goldner and Speeds were side by side in turn 4. What happens? Coming to the checkers. Speeds underneath on Goldner. The 30 powers through. Final shots here through 3 and 4. Goldner gets defensive. Speeds underneath. Photo finish, but it's Goldner that wins night 1. Speeds in 2nd. Moon in 3rd. Dittmer 4th. Verstraete in 5th. Guys White 6th. Chapman 7th. The Musos 8th and 9th. Mason Hine, the final car in the pole shuffle, in 10th. Everyone else will have to race their way in through alphabet soup. Wow, that was a good finish to the end. That had you hold on to your seats. If Goldner made a mistake, you just knew that Spees would have a chance. 10th of a second, the margin of victory there at the end. Biggest mover, each Joe Musso and Mason Hine up to 9th and 10th of the end. Probably the heartbreak of the night would have to be Jack Clevenger. After running near the front, caught the wall just past the start-finish line. So we will talk with Stephen Goldner, your winner. And then we will go into interviews here. And yes, we'll get that going right now. Just heads up, this will be our only interview of the night. Is I got to get into something else that's a little bit more important. But Stephen, congratulations on the win. I'm going to take a guess you were not looking at that rearview mirror in the final few laps.
No, I mean, having one of the best teammates on Coast to Coast, Kyle Moon, he definitely he told me to move up when it was time, and we just focused on hitting our marks there at the end and trying to hit the best lines we could and getting good runs out of the corner, and that's what we did to help us win.
Did the track slick up enough to the point where corner exit was going to be really brutal where you needed it?
Yeah, I was trying to hit the bottom there, and I thought I was hitting it pretty good, but I know you could hear Speeds there really driving in the corner, and I was kind of laying back a little bit on entry so I could good exit. But, you know, when Moonen told me to move up, I'm just like, okay, we'll just start sending it in there and hope it sticks. And it was a good car tonight, so we're pretty happy to pick up the win there.
Well, how are you feeling going into tomorrow night? That's got to give you a big boost of momentum knowing that you take the win, but also learning a lot heading into night 2.
Yeah, it was a good night. So definitely, we'll see. I had some other plans for tomorrow, but we might have to cancel them so we can come run tonight or tomorrow.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
All the guys at SGR, you know, were sticking with me and really getting this team rolling here. We, you know, started picking up some podiums, and we're a threat here to win a couple races, so that's cool. Moon Racing Engines, Apex CNC, RK Automotive, Raw Dog Speed Shops, SGR's Shock Technology, you guys with broadcast, Roger with Coast to Coast, and if Ross Corinta's watching, you know, shout out to his family for sure.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Ross. So congratulations on the win. Big boost heading into tomorrow. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. Hopefully we're talking again tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Stephen Goldner, your winner of night 1 of the Chili Bowl. Again, shout out to the rest of the top 10 that make it into the show tonight. Stephen Spees, Kyle Moonen, Brandon Dittmer, Trent Verstraeten, Brandon Guyswhite, Zach Chapman, Jake and Joe Musso, and Mason Hine, the top 10. Couple of reminders as well. Don't forget, all donations go towards Braden's Hope for Childhood Cancer. And again, we honor Dagen Korynta once again, who passed away on January 8th, 2023 at 12 years old after a battle with neuroblastoma cancer. And again, all donations are definitely appreciated here in to this impactful organization. So we'll talk with you tomorrow. Here's a look at the schedule. We'll begin with whatever the lowest main is. After the C main will be our pole scramble, which I believe, if I remember correctly, it has 4 cars at a time per pole scramble to figure out who starts where. Then will be our B main. Our feature will be 40 laps in the Chili Bowl Nationals. Winner takes home the virtual Golden Driller. So we sign off here for tonight, bidding you adieu. We'll talk to you all tomorrow night. Behalf of everyone at the Coast to Coast Racing League, all the fine drivers and sponsors, Roger Craig and his great group of admins, Marius Callis saying so long. Stephen Goldner wins night 1 of the Chili Bowl. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. So long.